In the early 1900s, nestled along the jagged cliffs of Malibu's rugged coastline, there was a cave that locals dared not speak of. Malibu Cave was a place shrouded in mystery and fear, a dark cavern etched into the rocky face, its entrance obscured by tangled vines and sharp rocks. The stories passed down through generations whispered of unspeakable horrors and restless spirits that lurked within its depths. For years, the cave remained undisturbed, a silent sentinel overlooking the churning Pacific Ocean. That was until a group of adventurous teenagers, driven by curiosity and a taste for thrill, decided to explore its shadowy confines. They were drawn to the cave by tales of hidden treasures and eerie occurrences, convinced that the stories were nothing more than exaggerated folklore. Among the group were 5 friends: Jake, the daring leader; Sarah, the skeptic; Emily, the history enthusiast; Chris, the prankster; and Mia, the quiet observer. On a crisp autumn afternoon, they set out to conquer Malibu Cave, armed with flashlights, a sense of adventure, and a healthy dose of skepticism. As they approached the cave, the air grew colder, and an unsettling silence enveloped them. The entrance loomed before them, a gaping maw that seemed to swallow the light. Jake, ever the brave one, took the first step inside, his flashlight cutting through the darkness. The others followed, their footsteps echoing eerily off the damp walls. The cave was a labyrinth of narrow passages and cavernous chambers. The air was heavy with the scent of moss and decay, and every sound seemed amplified in the oppressive silence. As they ventured deeper, the light from the entrance faded, leaving them in a realm of perpetual twilight. Suddenly, a blood-curdling scream pierced the silence. The friends froze, their hearts pounding in their chests. It was Chris, his face pale and eyes wide with terror. He pointed a trembling finger towards a shadowy corner where a figure stood, barely visible in the dim light. It was a woman, her dress tattered and her hair matted, staring at them with hollow, lifeless eyes. Panic set in, and the group stumbled back, desperate to escape the cave. But the way out seemed to have vanished, replaced by a maze of twisting tunnels. They were trapped, lost in a nightmare of their own making. As they wandered through the dark, they began to see things, visions of the past, glimpses of the cave's grim history. They saw the cave as it once was, a place of refuge for those fleeing persecution, a hideout for outlaws, and a sanctuary for the desperate. But it was also a place of death, where many met their end in the most gruesome of ways. In one vision, they saw a group of settlers seeking shelter from a storm, only to be trapped by rising waters and crushed beneath falling rocks. In another, they witnessed a gang of outlaws hiding their loot, only to turn on each other in a bloody massacre. And then there was the story of Isabella, a young woman accused of witchcraft and left to die in the cave, her spirit doomed to wander its dark corridors for eternity. The friends were haunted by these visions, each one more terrifying than the last. The cave seemed to be alive, feeding off their fear, twisting their perceptions and driving them to the brink of madness. They could hear Isabella's mournful wails echoing through the chambers, a chilling reminder of the cave's dark past. Desperation set in as the group realized there was no escape. Their flashlights flickered and died, leaving them in complete darkness. They clung to each other, their only comfort in the oppressive blackness. Hours passed, though it felt like days, and the cave's malevolent presence grew stronger with each passing moment. Sarah, ever the skeptic, tried to rationalize their predicament. "It's just our minds playing tricks on us," she whispered, though her voice trembled with fear. "There's no such thing as ghosts." But her words were hollow, and the others knew it. They had seen too much, experienced too many horrors to dismiss the supernatural entirely. The cave had shown them its true nature, and there was no denying the malevolence that lurked within its depths. Emily, the history enthusiast, pieced together the fragments of the cave's story. "Isabella," she said, her voice barely audible. "She was wronged, accused of witchcraft for helping the sick and needy. They left her here to die, and now she's trapped, her spirit unable to move on." Jake, the fearless leader, felt a pang of guilt. They had come seeking adventure, but instead, they had disturbed a restless spirit. "We need to find a way to help her," he said. "Maybe if we can lay her to rest, we can escape this place." Their resolve strengthened. The group set out to find Isabella's remains. Guided by faint whispers and flickering lights, they navigated the treacherous tunnels. Hours felt like days as they searched, their bodies exhausted, but their determination unwavering. Finally, they came upon a small chamber, hidden deep within the cave. In the center lay a makeshift grave, marked by a crude cross made of twigs. They knew instinctively that this was Isabella's final resting place. With trembling hands, they dug through the dirt and rocks, uncovering her skeletal remains. As they worked, the cave seemed to close in around them, its walls pulsating with a dark energy. But they pressed on, driven by a desire to right the wrongs of the past. When they had unearthed Isabella's bones, they placed them gently on a makeshift altar, fashioned from the stones and earth around them. "We're sorry," Mia whispered, her voice filled with genuine remorse. "You didn't deserve this. We're here to help you find peace." In that moment, the air in the cave shifted. The oppressive darkness lifted, replaced by a gentle glow that illuminated the chamber. The friends felt a sense of calm wash over them, as if the cave itself had been purified. They knew that Isabella's spirit had been set free, finally able to rest after centuries of torment. With newfound hope, they retraced their steps, the way out now clear before them. As they emerged into the light of day, the sun casting its warm rays upon them, they felt a profound sense of relief. They had survived the horrors of Malibu Cave, and in doing so, had brought peace to a troubled soul. The friends never spoke of their ordeal, each one changed by the experience in ways they couldn't fully understand. But they knew one thing for certain. Malibu Cave was a place of power, a place where the past and present intertwined, and where the spirits of the wronged could find justice and peace. Years later, the cave remained a place of mystery, its entrance hidden and its secrets guarded. But those who knew the story of Isabella and the brave group of friends who freed her spirit would always remember the haunting of Malibu Cave, a tale of terror, redemption, and the enduring power of the human spirit.
Thank you for watching Midnight Knocks. If you enjoyed our horror stories, please give this video a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button for more spine-chilling tales. Don't forget to check out our other videos for more eerie adventures. Until next time, stay spooky.